All right, welcome in. Celtics postgame show. Celtics win.
Boston
Not bad.
Tea Party edition.
Yes, the Pea Party. Josue Pavone is desperately knocking at the door and can't get in. So we don't know what we're going to do here because he can't hear us. So we're hoping to get him in eventually. But the Celtics win. That's all they do now, right?
It was an interesting. It was a sketchy way to win, but we'll take it because 10 points evaporated very quickly in that final minute there. But the future rookie of the year there to save the day.
That was unbelievable.
That last minute was the story of the season, just hemorrhaging points defensively and unloading on Miami offensively. That must have been
what a weird close, right, to this game.
I mean, that felt like the whole game, honestly.
For about a minute, I was like, this is great. We're going to have a show, and we're going to talk about how well they close. You know, like,
right.
Look at these guys. They're closing games. Like that stretch when they built the 10-point lead, they went on the 12 or 13-0 run. It was 95-92. Then it was 105-95 over a span of 3 minutes or something. And that was the guys who you want shooting took the shots. They made the shots. They got the stops. And then all of a sudden, like, I think I went to get a drink of water, and I came back, and Dragic.
It happened in about 50 seconds.
It happened in like 25 seconds. It was like, how is this game possibly tied? So it's like so many of these playoff games with this team too. As soon as you want to get excited about something, you get mad about something else. You know, it's like, you know, great start, 2 big lineup work, 17-point lead, pissed it all away. You know, and then Then you get the lineup that works. You put Rob back in. Rob should basically be playing 50 minutes a game. You put the 2 small guys in, the Edwards-Pritchard lineup, which was hilarious. And things started working. They made their way back into it, and then that awesome run late. And like I said, they kind of just squandered it. It was a strange game.
Felt like an Eastern Conference Finals game from last year, for sure.
Right.
So what I see in that last minute is the strange – hard to explain defensive breakdowns we're seeing with this team again and again through 9 games. 2 of the things that have been themes on the bad side for them are defensive breakdowns and a ton of turnovers, which was actually down tonight for the first time since opening night. But defensively, I always hear Daniel Tice talk about, you know, you got to get back to the basket, but you also got to find your shooters too from the paint. So you get back to the rim, but then you got to get outside too. And they weren't doing that in the final few there. They found Bam underneath on that first Robinson 3. That was the and one there, but Tatum's too late to the perimeter and fouls him. So that's where it all started to fall apart there. And then on the Dragic one, he gets 2 wide open shots after the Bam offensive rebound. So like just non-existent transition defense once they go up 10 in that final minute. It's like, did they take their foot off the gas because they were up 10 with a minute left? I mean, these are the questions you got to ask, because I keep telling you guys this. Like, the personnel's there. Like, what is it? What is it that they can't hammer down the defense? Because not even the last minute, the whole night tonight, again. And Miami's an excellent offense. They move. They're tough. They run a good pick and roll. But it feels like it's something more than that with this team's defense. And, you know, 105 is not the worst number to give up, but it didn't look good.
Didn't look great, but I'll take it. I mean, listen, the Heat might not be playing like Eastern Conference champions, but they are still coming out that season. They're a talented bunch. They can, you know, roll with the best of them. And, you know, the Celtics, it was a whirlwind game. I mean, going up, what were they up, like 15?
Whirlwind day.
whirlwind, absolutely, from start to finish. I mean, up 15, then down in the third quarter, then up 10 in the final minute and a half. Then all of a sudden it's tied. I went to get my iPad they went up 10. I'm like, all right, they called the time. I was like, all right, I'm going to get my iPad, you know, get set up. I look up, and I think I had to ask you. I was like, wait, what just happened? How is this like a 3-point game right now? So, I mean, that's how quickly it can turn. So disappointing that happens to close it out. I mean, that's 2 games now that, you know, they've sort of let the team climb back in it. Not saying that the last game was really that close, but they did have to put the starters back in. So might have a little issue with closing games out early on in the season here. But listen, the way Jason Tatum was shooting the ball tonight, I mean, that to me, before this Heat little comeback in Pritchard's game winner, that was the story, was just the threes that he was hitting in the second half, in that third quarter especially. It looks like he is right where everybody wants him to be, you know, just feeling comfortable taking that outside shot. And it feels like with him and Brown, and Brown too. I mean, Brown had a tough game shooting, but he had a massive 3 in that third at the end of that game there that just kind of, it's like what John said. The guys you want shooting the ball are shooting the ball, and they're hitting the shots. So nice to see.
We're gonna try this. Josue, you got us, buddy?
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Wow.
How do I sound? How do I sound? All right.
Welcome.
I had a brand new mic last episode. I tried again. It's giving me difficulties this time. So back to the old.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What are we talking about? What are we doing?
Nothing.
Well,
we're done. We're about to wrap it up. But thank you, buddy.
Any final thoughts?
And that's our show.